Hi guys, welcome to my second drawing of how to draw. And in this video I wanted to show you guys how to position your facial, oh my gosh, facial features when you're drawing, such as the eyes, the mouth, and the ears, so things like that. So the basic thing you guys would want to know or keep in mind when you're drawing is something called construction lines. Now, construction lines are basically circles and lines that you draw that help you place and position things when you're drawing. So like this, for instance, would be a construction line. I'm just kind of drawing like a circle, and then I'm cutting it down right in the middle and right in the middle horizontally to create this cross. And this kind of helps you place where the like the chin goes. Like the chin would kind of go right here, and the eyes would go like a little bit below this line theoretically. But what you want to keep in mind is all characters have different facial features. Sometimes the eyes are really big, sometimes the mouth is really small, sometimes the eyebrows are huge. So the construction lines aren't going to work in every case, but whenever you're using a reference, it's good to make your own construction lines and your own measurements from what you see. So I'll give you an example. I drew some characters here with different proportions and stuff. So with Toru, I don't know if you can see it on my camera. With Toru, she's basically just one big circle right here. And this is Toru Honda. She's a character from Fruits Basket, which is a shoujo manga for girls. And she's a very cute character, but she's basically composed of a circle. So if we draw a circle right here, and then we cut down the circle right in the middle, and then we cut it right in the middle. I think the middle of the circle is like right about here. So we kind of get an idea of where things are starting to be placed. Now her eyes are pretty big, so the end of her eyes are going to be down here. Now you don't need to do this with me right now as you're drawing. I just kind of want you to listen. But right now it's important to know that each part of the drawing, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, it has a place within these construction lines. And you have to eyeball it and do the same thing on the other side. I don't know if you guys remember like chemistry or math or anything, but that rule where it says what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. This applies for when you're drawing some stuff. Not everything. Like if you're drawing characters in an angle, sometimes the eye is going to be a little bit smaller than the other eye, kind of like this. Let me show you. So when you're drawing characters at an angle like this, the eye is going to be smaller than this one because it's at an angle. So in not every case it's going to be the same exact method, but if you guys kind of see what I mean, this is an example. But yeah, it just takes eyeing and learning how to use construction lines as a guide to where you put your stuff. So the ears right here, if you notice, they're right in between these two lines up here. And the nose is right where this line crosses the bottom line for the eye. It's like right in that point. And then the chin is like right below where the line ends. So you kind of, when you're looking at a character, you can kind of start estimating where everything is. So like, I'll just redraw this picture right here for you so you get a better idea. Okay, so we're going to start with that basic circle, and you can go ahead and start drawing with me now if you have a pencil and a paper. So we're just going to go ahead and start drawing a circle. And then we're going to draw a line going straight down, just like this. And then another line that goes about halfway. Okay. And then you want to go ahead and connect. See where the edge of the circle is and the edge of the circle? That's where you want to start drawing your chin. So your chin would be kind of going down just like this. And then for her eyes are kind of big. So you want to take like a giant leap over to this direction. You kind of have to judge for yourself what looks right and what looks wrong. Because every drawing is going to be a little different. Every drawing is going to look good or have its own qualities about it that make it look good. So let's see. The eyes right here, if you look at the distance, it's kind of like just past the mouth. So if you want to go ahead and draw like 2 lines right here, not too far, but like not too close either, because it's not going to be an accurate thing. It's just to give you an idea of where to place your facial features. So the eyes are going to be right about here. And I'm gonna make this drawing really rough. I'm not gonna be like totally detailed with it because I just want to make it quick and simple for you guys just to get an idea of how everything works. So when I'm comparing this drawing to this drawing, the eyes are too wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix this construction line and this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and erase the lines because I make mistakes too. Like, I've been drawing for a while, but I still have like messed up drawings. So I'm kind of learning with you guys too, still. But here I'm just kind of correcting my eyes. You can still kind of see the construction lines. I don't know if you can still see it on my camera. Yeah, it looks like it. But you can kind of still see the construction lines, and that helps give me an idea of, okay, this is how big the eye is, and this is where the eye ends. So I'm still going to have the same size, which is what you're going for, but I'm placing it in a better position now because of those construction lines. So now we got a much better position of the eyes. Now we want to put the nose, and then the nose is right where these 2 lines intersect. So we're going to kind of drop the nose right there. And the mouth, I would say, is before we focus on the mouth, let's just focus on the ears. The ears are always going to be right next to the eyes. So sometimes they're drawn a little bit below the eyes, sometimes they're drawn a little bit above the eyes, but for the most part, the ears are about the same position as the ears and the eyes. They're about the same position as each other. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to start drawing the mouth. Now the mouth is a little bit big for this character. So we're going to just drop down a mouth right here. Kind of, the top of the mouth is like a line, but it has a little bit of a curve to it, and then the mouth, we're just kind of rounding it out like an oval, like half oval. So now we're going to compare this drawing to this drawing, and it looks like the chin is a little bit too big. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down a little bit, just like this. And the neck, I would say, just kind of looking at this picture, kind of starts right where that eye ends. So like right about here, I would say. So we're going to draw the chin about right here. Maybe a little less because she's it's a skinny character, or the design is skinny anyway. Kind of like that. I mean, construction lines aren't going to be exact, like just like the neck we just did. You know, her neck isn't going to be that thick, but it just gives you an idea. Okay, this is where the neck needs to be. if that makes any sense. So now what we're going to do is just draw the pupils, I would say. And the pupils are just circles. And make sure if you want to get a nice smooth circle, you keep going around with your pencil, just like this. You keep going around and trace lightly. Don't do it dark like this. Because look at that. It's crooked, it's, you know, it's wonky, and when you try and erase it, it still shows. You know, you don't want to see that on your drawing. So you wanna always make sure when you're drawing to draw really lightly and just kind of keep going around till you got a really nice even circle, just like that. Okay. All right. So we got the two pupils right here, and now we can go ahead and draw the eyelashes, just like this. And the eyelashes are also two curves that go above the eyes, just like this. So that looks kind of decent. I mean, you know, every time you redraw something or you draw something from reference, it isn't going to look like 100% exact, unless you spend hours on it and you're super skilled. But for now, this is pretty good proportion, and you can quickly draw the hair if you want. But I'm not too focused on the hair right now. I just kind of want to show you guys how to position the face and how to get the everything like the eyes and the nose and the mouth in the right area. So that's kind of a rough sketch of Toru. And for other characters, whenever you're drawing, like Pikachu, I drew another picture of Pikachu just to show you guys. Pikachu is also made up of construction lines. He has a circle right here, and the straight line is right there that goes right in the middle. And right in the middle of that circle is where his eyes are. His eyes are just like right below that. You can kind of see that as I draw these construction lines. So whenever you want to replicate this character, for example, you just draw a circle and watch and look at Pikachu and draw that line right in the middle, and then go right in the middle of the circle and draw another line and kind of look at the distance. Oops, I think I messed my camera up. Look at the distance of how big his eyes are. His eyes are like probably the size of my fingernail. I don't know, just eye it and see it, judge for yourself how big they are. So I would say his eyes are about this big. So I went ahead and drew a line that I think represents the size of his eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw the eyes. The eyes are also more toward the end of the face, not so much close together like Toru. You can see that her eyes are a little bit far, or a little bit closer. And then this drawing right here, the eyes are a little bit farther. So we're going to go ahead and draw the eyes a little bit farther. And these construction lines are helping me because they're telling me what size to make the eyes. And it keeps me from making like this eye really big and this eye really small. You know what I mean? It's just a way to help you guys. Okay. So I got that. And then Pikachu also has kind of like another circle down here. Kind of fat like this. But you don't want to make it too big. I know it looks weird right now, like some kind of alien with a big nose, but what you want to do is just connect it kind of like this. If that makes any sense. And then kind of connect it like that. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we got the eyes. And now the nose is going to go right about here, because if we look at this drawing, it goes in the cross section of these two lines, kind of like Toru. So we're going to draw that little nose right there. And then the mouth goes a little bit below like this. It's just two curvy lines like that. Oops. And then we draw the mouth like that. There we go. Okay. Make sure it looks right. All right, now we're going to draw the ears. Now, I think because when I draw this ear, it's going to totally collide with this drawing. So I'm oh my gosh, I'm just going to draw the end of this ear like that. I'm going to be a little bit creative with the ear because you're not going to be able to see it very well because of this drawing's in the way. Oh my gosh, this is such a bad drawing. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of an example of how construction lines can be used to help you place certain things. So I'm going to go ahead and draw his body and then draw his other ear up here. Again, I don't have a whole lot of room to work with because of the choices I've made in my drawing. But that's sort of how you do it. I hope that helped a little bit. Kind of shade in the eye if you want. But basically just the purpose of this video is just to show you that construction lines are super useful whenever you're trying to draw from a reference. Every character is going to be different. Every character is going to have different sized features. Like with this drawing right here I did of Goku. I've never actually drew Goku before from Dragon Ball Z. It's my first time drawing him. But he has different features. Like his eyes are big and his ears are very big compared to Pikachu and Toru's. And he also has really big hair. You know, he has a lot of hair. So the way you draw him is going to be different. His ears are going to be really big. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly draw construction lines. And his eyes and his chin. This is a really quick drawing. I'm being very sketchy with it and very light. And then his ears are going to be like right here. And I make sure I'm going to have like the same size on this side. There we go. And his eyes, his eyes are a little bit lower than this line right here. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that line and make it a little bit lower. Erase that. There we go. Yeah, drawing's all about judging like every stroke you make. I know it sounds like frustrating and kind of ridiculous, but if you want your drawings to be really good, you have to like criticize, self-critique every stroke you make and compare it to the original. Like, let's say I want to draw the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and like say, okay, is this eye too big? And I'm going to go ahead and draw this one. This shape. Is this shape right? Yeah, it looks right. Is this shape right? Yeah, it looks right. Okay. Is this eye too big? Possibly. Let's draw the other eye. See what I'm doing? I'm just constantly criticizing like every stroke I make because I'm trying to compare it to the original. So now we look right here. Does this look whoops. Does this look decent? Yeah, I think it looks okay. So we got the eyes right here. Now we can go ahead and draw the nose, and the nose is a little bit lower than the ears in this case. In the other two drawings right here, I believe the nose, oops, I'm sorry. I believe the nose was, yeah, the nose was below the eyes too, but it was drawn a little bit differently. So if I just move the camera over here, yeah, that works. All right, so if I just draw the nose right here, I'm being very rough again, and then I draw the mouth, and then I go ahead and draw the eyebrows. Yeah, this, oh my gosh, this is such a bad drawing. And that's okay, you guys. Sometimes you're going to end up with a really wonky drawing, but the key is to know how to fix it. And how to know how to fix it is just by using these construction lines and just constantly judging yourself to the original. So like these eyes are way too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut them down a little bit. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to make the eyes come down here a little bit more. There you go. Okay, that's a little bit better. But now the eyebrows are messed up. But yeah, you kind of see the pattern of how an artist thinks. It's all about like getting everything right, or teaching yourself how to get everything right. So we got the basic idea of Goku. Man, I feel like redrawing this because it's such a bad drawing, but I guess I just gotta keep doing my best to explain just how to draw, how to use guidelines for the basic idea. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and keep drawing, and then draw the hair. There you go. All right. Okay, and then the neck is really thick. So the neck kind of ends where this eye ends, I guess you could say. So his neck is going to be like really thick, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to draw the muscles in his neck. And I'm not going to draw his whole hair, because his whole head, because again, it'll run into this drawing. I need to figure out a way to prevent that from happening again, but I'm just gonna do a rough sketch of his hair, and I'm just gonna make sure I copy it really closely to Goku. This time I'm not using construction lines, and construction lines would only confuse me in this case because it's hair, and his hair is all over the place. So construction lines really wouldn't help me in this case. It really only helps if you're drawing the face. But in this video, I don't want to focus on the hair, so I'm just going to draw this really quick just so we don't have to focus on it. We could just focus on the face. Okay, that looks like Goku a lot more now. Maybe it was just the hair. I think it was just the hair that, like, he had no hair. Maybe that was what was throwing me off. But that looks a lot better now. But yeah, if you could kind of see where I'm getting at, just the construction lines help you position things. So if you could learn how to implement them into your own drawings, then it could help you get more accurate results. And I encourage you guys to look at other artists on YouTube and look at how they build their own faces and how they use construction lines, because it's a very important thing when you're drawing to do. And the more you practice and the more skilled you get at drawing faces, soon you won't even need construction lines. You can just kind of eyeball it or know from memory that everything goes in a certain position. See, like right here, I'm not using any construction lines except this one, but well, I'm just breaking my own rules right now, aren't I? No construction lines. Okay. Just going to go ahead and draw an eye right here. Draw another eye. And draw this one. So I think this character is at an angle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the mouth and the nose, or the nose and the mouth. Sorry, my phone is ringing right now. What awkward timing. Okay, now what we're going to do is just draw the neck really quickly and then draw the pupils. Okay, oh my gosh. Who could be calling me right now? Alright, I'm sorry about that. Alright, it's over. Okay, so I'm just right here showing you when you practice enough, you can kind of start